I've always been a big fan of the Christian radio drama, Adventures in Odyssey. But recently, one character has troubled me. Chris. All because of one episode. Wooten's Broken Pencils show. Confused? Let me show you. Chris starts off by saying, "Hi, I'm Chris. Come over to our side of the radio for another Adventure in Odyssey. Fourth wall?" Episode starts with candid conversations with Connie. In-universe. Not an April Fool's episode. Aired on 10/16/10. Connie rambles on for a bit. The episode theme is stated. Should entertainment always have a point? I don't believe so, but I'll tell you if that changes. The mailman, Wooten, enters the closet that Connie is recording in. Wooten tells Connie that her car is going off. There's a mention of a suspicious squirrel. Wooten takes over for Connie while she finds her keys that she believes are in her purse. Harlow Doyle, Private Eye, calls in about, no joke, the suspicious squirrel, who I will now be referring to as San Diego. Harlow Doyle is mad at Wooten for defaming San Diego. Connie calls in. She's found her purse. However, it's locked in her car. Wooten advertises alarm off, which promises to make you unable to hear car alarms, have wider teeth, less earwax, and cleaner toenails. Eugene enters for a tape measure. Wooten makes him explain car alarms. Never steal something motorized in 1896. Eugene ties car alarms to God. Mr. Whitaker enters. A kid calls in about the theme. Mr. Whitaker and Eugene believe entertainment should always have a point. In this radio drama, Wooten and the others make an in-universe radio drama. I will be skipping most of it. Wooten pauses the in-universe radio drama to check on Connie. She has a locksmith there named Red Hollard. Red throws a brick through the car window and retrieves Connie's purse. Red claims it was just sound effects, to which Connie agrees. Red then says, "Connie, I think it's time we talk to the kids about the nature of reality. This is what you call breaking down that fourth wall." Connie says that's a different show. Is this a Candid Conversations with Connie fourth wall break? Or an Adventures in Odyssey fourth wall break? Perhaps both. It turns out that Connie's keys weren't in her purse. Eugene had them. We return to the in-universe show. The in-universe show ends and Connie takes her keys from Eugene. Wooten and Whit perfectly predict Eugene and Connie's argument. San Diego is mentioned once more. Connie takes back control of Candid Conversations with Connie. Red Holler throws bricks around. Connie assumes it's just sound effects. It's not. Connie rushes out. Episode concludes with one last mention of San Diego. Chris speaks about the episode to the audience. Clearly she exists in the real world, especially since she and her voice actress have the same name. Wooten enters. What? How can Chris talk to the real world audience and then turn and talk to Wooten Bassett? They shouldn't even be able to coexist. What the Wooten tells Chris that an alarm is going off at her house. As Chris runs out, Wooten has to read the cast list. When he gets to his name, he doesn't believe it. The episode ends with Wooten having an identity crisis. So, what is Chris? At first I thought maybe a god, but this is a Christian program. Maybe it's supposed to imply that Adventures in Odyssey is some sort of documentary, but then why would Wooten be able to read the name of his voice actor? Perhaps it doesn't mean anything and is just for comedy, but that answer isn't good enough. I think she's just similar to Deadpool. She exists in their world but can break the fourth wall. And Wooten's identity crisis may point to the name of this video, Broken Mind Theory. I think that this is actually why Wooten is dumb, because this episode isn't the first time that Chris talks to a mailman. In one of the earlier episodes, there is another mailman who delivers letters to Chris, and she allows him to read the mail from the fans of Adventures in Odyssey. I believe this broke him. The realization that his reality is all fake made him go insane, and he was eventually written back into the show as Wooten Bassett. Fans of Odyssey may be thinking of a character from the show even dumber than Wooten. A character I've already mentioned in this video, Harlow Doyle. Private Eye. One thing you might know about Harlow Doyle is that he used to be known as Officer David Harley. However, parents wrote in complaining about him, and so they removed him and changed him into Harlow Doyle. Private Eye. I believe the reason he is so dumb is because he was punished by the writers for what the parents wrote about him. How did they punish him? By exposing him to the fourth wall. Now he's an idiot. And the same will happen to any character who steps out of line. And that is the Adventures in Odyssey, Broken Mind Theory. Okay. Happy April Fools, everybody.